Today we're going to make this easy pipe cleaner pumpkin craft. For today's craft you need 2 orange pipe cleaners that are longer and 1 shorter green pipe cleaner. If you have a long one, that's okay, you can just cut it. And if you don't have the green, that's okay, you could just use the orange and just leave it without the stem. Now you can see mine are a little wiggly here, and it's because I've already used them once and then I pulled them apart. So if yours aren't nice and straight and brand new, that's okay. So go ahead, grab your supplies and let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 long orange pipe cleaners, I'm going to put them together, and to do that I'm going to take one end and the other end. I'm going to cross them over like a tiny little bit, not a lot, you don't need to put them like this, but just a tiny little bit, and I'm just going to twist them. So I'm going to put a finger here on top and a finger on the other side here and just twist and twist. So just twist till they're secure. There you go. And then for the next part, we're going to go to one end and we're going to use our fingers. So I'm just going to take the one end, take my finger like this, pointing my finger out and my thumb up. Then putting the pipe cleaner on my finger, putting my thumb down to hold it, and then taking my other hand and rolling it over top. Now I'm not rolling it so it's squishing on my finger. It's very gentle, so you can see the circle there. It's just gently rolling it over top. So not hard. I'm not squishing my fingers down, just gently rolling. It's really loose, the roll. So when I'm rolling, it's quite loose. There we go. I'm just going to keep rolling. Now, as I get to the end of my finger, I'm just going to push down. Well, I went too tight, so I'm going to pull some of that off because I couldn't push. So I'm going to push back all those towards here and then put my thumb and hold them. Just roll again. Not tight, remember. You're loosely rolling. Rolling and just push. It's a little tricky, so you just use this thumb to hold it. Rolling and then just push because you need to keep rolling and rolling. There, and I've rolled the whole thing here. And then I should be able to just pull it off. And I've got these little squiggly rolls. And then all I do is take one side and the other side, and I'm going to put those together. So here I've got the 2 tips. Remember before how we put them together? We cross them over a tiny little bit. So this one is just even smaller, so just a tiny little bit, and then we just twist. This is a little tricky, so just be careful. If you need help, that's okay. You can ask for help. And it can be actually quite sharp, so just be careful when you're working with pipe cleaner. So you're going to roll, squish that together, and then see how it's squished together now? You have to almost turn it inside, like put that underneath here. Hopefully you can see. See how I'm going, like, want to push that under. And then you're just going to have to play with this for a little bit because some of it might have got a little twisted here. So you want just to play with it a little bit so it's all nice and together. You could even, if you had 3 pipe cleaners, you could use 3 and this would make it more full. But I quite like this cute little pumpkin we're making. And then I'll just put it down, and I put it down on the ground, just on the, not on the ground, I put it down on my mat here, on my workspace, just to help push those together. See how it becomes nice and little round like that? And once you have kind of like the shape you like, that's when you take this little pipe cleaner, and we're going to do the same thing. We are going to, instead of putting it over here at this part of our finger, we're going to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go to the smaller part of my finger. I'm going to put it down, put my thumb on there, and then I'm just going to twist and twist and twist. So I'm just rolling it there so it's a little bit smaller of a twist. And then I'm going to take one end, I'm just going to straighten it out a tiny bit like that. See how I have a little straight part here that I can put down into my pumpkin? And I'm going to put that into my pumpkin, and there we go. Now if you think that one's if it's too big, you can always trim that. Just be careful when you're trimming because they are a little tricky. With scissors, you might need help. And then you can also just turn it to the side if you want it to come kind of on the side. It's up to you. I like mine to come straight out again, so I'm just gonna play with it again. Put that back in and have it come straight out the top. There we go. And that's a great thing. You can just play with these because they are easy to move around. So you just keep moving it around until you find the pumpkin shape that you like. And I think it is so super cute. If you like this craft, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.